a good song. This is back before Madonna became
Madonna.
super. No, she was still Madonna. She just went through different phases, right? She had her like a virgin.
Was this before
right?
or after?
This is after that. This is like 90s, I think early 90s Madonna. But this is before she got all like weird. She started wearing the like cone bra and like became the dominatrix.
I thought, oh, that's after, right?
Yeah, that's after this. After this, yeah. Well, not recent anymore, but more like the 2000s or late 90s is when she became the dominatrix.
She tried to stay relevant.
Yeah, but I really like the chord progression to this song.
What's the chord progression?
Well,
This is the bridge. It's a little different, right?
Well, the thing is, yeah, this part's different, but basically the cool thing about this song is it uses a lot of non-diatonic chords.
What's diatonic chords?
Diatonic chords. Well, I'm glad you asked. Diatonic chords are chords that all go together.
Chords that always go together.
That they go together. They're kind of like from the same family.
Like C, D, G major, E minor, A minor.
Whoa, yeah. Well, not C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, B diminished. Those are all chords of the same family. They're from the C family, the C major scale. And when you're in the key of C major, and you only play those chords,
I see.
it's you can refer to those chords as the diatonic chords.
I see.
Key of C major. So she uses a lot of non-diatonic chords.
Non-diatonic.
Correct.
Oh.
So it's like these chords that don't normally go together.
Yeah.
And so, for example, you know, she'll da 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 the verse da 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 da. She'll do that over a flat 7 chord.
What?
So a flat 7 chord would be like in the key of C. Instead of using a B, you use a B flat. Because B flat is the 7 of C. Does that make sense? B flat is the flat 7 of C.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. She uses the flat 7 chord. So that's a first example of a non-diatonic chord in the verse. She actually does it in the intro too. But as I was listening, yeah, she goes, sing it. Flat 7. Then she does it 6. Okay, stop right there. So 6 is actually not a 6 chord, which would be an A minor. She does an F over A. So it's still a 6 in the bass, but it's actually a major chord. I got inverted there, okay? So sing it again. 1, flat 7, 4 over 6, and then flat 6. She does a flat 6 there, right? Okay, so flat 6 is also not in the key. If we were in the key of C, that would be an A flat. And so an A flat, you might ask like, hey, what chord was that? It's actually an F minor over A flat, meaning it's a minor 4 chord over a flat 6. So can you see like how those already have 2 non-diatonic chords?
Well, what do you mean by over? What do you mean like A minor over F?
Oh, so when I say F major over A, it means I play an F major chord, but the bass player plays A. So that's different than the bass player playing an A and me playing the A minor chord on top, which is typically what you hear when the bass player plays an A. So the most common way to present a chord or to configure a chord is with the main note played in the bass. And an A minor would usually have an A in the bass.
Yeah.
And so when you hear an A, your ear, if you grew up in the West and listen to Western music, if you hear an A, you think A minor automatically. If you're in the key of C, you automatically think A minor because you have the C scale notes already embedded in your brain.
That's a Western thing?
It's a Western thing. Because if you grew up in India, you know, you would have a bunch of like ragas and, you know, maybe North Indian or South Indian scales and stuff.
Everybody's similar
Right,
to them.
right. If you grew up in China, you go. Ding, 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 ding. Just kidding. Being racist against our own people. But no, depending on where you grew up, like different things stick to your ear. But the main topic I'm trying to get at is, like, to answer your question, F major over A is not a chord you would expect to hear at first if you heard A in the bass. So instead of A minor, you have an F major over A. So F major, if you know, is FAC.
Yeah, so there is an A in F.
There is an A in F, absolutely. So it would be a note from the F chord.
Ooh, pre-gaming.
Right? Pre-gaming, some people drinking. So F major over A has an FAC above the A in the bass. But then if you play the A minor, do you know what notes are in the A minor chord?
A minor is A, C, E.
Excellent, excellent. That Suzuki method stuck with you. Good job. Score 1 for Suzuki method. So A minor, that's a 10-minute practice.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
they're leaving.
So A minor and F major, do you know that they're quite similar?
A major and F minor is quite
Other way around. A minor and F major are quite similar. F major has an FAC.
I see.
A minor has an ACE. Can you tell me what the shared notes are?
Straight away.
Got it. I see it. The shared notes are A and C, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the different note in A minor as opposed to F major?
A and C is shared. The E.
The E. The E, right?
Yeah.
So instead of the E being there, the F is there. So that's how I classified it as an F major chord over A.
I see.
So in order to play the verse to Say Goodbye by Madonna, you go in the key of C. Let's sing it again. C major, B flat major, F over A, F minor over A, and then it's C over G, and then an A major, and then she goes dun dun dun, right? And then I forgot the rest because I'm not listening to the song anymore. Very interesting. It's a 2 of the key.
You took my heart and
why, oh why?
Say goodbye.
Dun dun dun
Goodbye.
dun. I think I'm singing it off. That bum bum is a flat 6, which is an A flat major to a G.
So instead of calling it F,
sus4.
wait, I have another question. So
Yeah.
instead of calling it F minor,
Wow, she's interested.
no, I'm sorry, F major and or A, or you know how you said you classify as an F because it's an F because
There's an F, an A, and a C in the
F and
chord.
A and C. So you classify
Which is a very, very interesting thing when you do an inversion.
You classify as
Anyway.
an F, but could it also be called like an A minor?
A with a flat 6.
Yes, A with a flat 6.
Dang, girl, did I marry a music theory teacher? Who is this girl? Absolutely, hun. So the way people name chords is after the main note in the chord. So what do you perceive to be the main note in the chord? I perceive the main note in the chord to be an F. Because when you reorganize the notes in the chord, it feels like a major chord. It doesn't feel like a major chord if A is the main note. So if you think of it as like an A minor with a flat 6, with the E missing, you'd have to name that as like an A minor, add flat 6, no fifth. But that sounds like a very complicated name. And even if that's kind of what you meant, I get what you're saying. That's typically not what people would call it. But
you can,
that's interesting that you perceive it. You can perceive it as a flat 6 of A, as the flat 6th of the chord, not the flat 6 of the key, because F is the 4 of the key of C. But F is the flat 6th of the A chord. Yeah, absolutely. You could call it that. I mean, I have a tutorial that I do or not a tutorial. I did a cover of a Radiohead song, and there are notes that are missing in certain parts of the song in the chord. And the song is called The Present Tense. They put it on the latest album, but it's actually a pretty old song from 2009. So I did a cover of it, and when I put the chord names on the video, I had to name the chords, and I'm like, wait a second, I only have 2 notes. How do I name this chord? Because a lot of the chords standard are like 3-note chords. So then I kind of played around with the scale and imagined the missing note there, because he only played 2 notes, and then I put like 3 notes together.
Which is called a power chord.
Only if it's a root and a fifth.
Oh, okay.
But there were some cases, excellent observation. There are some cases where there was like a root and then a third, or a root and a flat third. And the way that I heard it was that the missing note would be that fifth. Although some people could argue that the missing note is
going back.
Exactly. So depending on where you are on the piano, you add this note here if it's not being played to see whether you could call it that, or you add this note over here to see if that's not being played and you could call it that. But you only have these 2 notes, and naming the chord is actually not a science. It's actually an artistic exercise in some ways.
It's like, is the glass half full or half empty?
What just happened? I did not even expect this from Madonna, from like
Madonna is really, really inspiring.
I don't know if she wrote the chord progression to that. I don't know any. I feel bad because I don't know anything about like whether Madonna actually writes her own songs or not. But that is like, it's a great song. I love that song. The harmony in that song is very smooth, very beautiful. Non-diatonic harmony.
Non-diatonic harmony.
Non-diatonic harmony. Get into it. Sorry, I don't know why I got so forceful. Peace out. We're gonna eat fried chicken.